7:30 to 8, hosted by Royton Mclaren. This program is geared at cultivating positive homes, schools, and the society, helping our youths, parents, and guardians bounce back from challenges and be empowered, eliminating crime and violence so that Jamaica will be a place of choice to live, work, raise our families, and conduct business. Here's your host, Royton Mclaren. Welcome to the Youth Resilience and Empowerment Program, aired every Monday night from 7:30 to 8, hosted by Royton Mclaren. This program is geared at cultivating positive homes, schools, and the society, helping our youths, parents, and guardians bounce back from challenges and be empowered, eliminating crime and violence so that Jamaica will be a place of choice to live, work, raise our families, and conduct business. Here's your host, Royton Mclaren.
All right, good night and
Welcome to the Youth
another night's program, Youth Resilience and Empowerment here on Bess 100 FM. I am your host, Royton Mclaren. It's good to have another week, and let me put in my little piece to say how grateful we are to see our women done so much for Jamaica. I myself was joyful, all of us in Jamaica. And I do say thanks for all these girls and all those who coaches and everybody that's doing a good job to make Jamaica so proud. All right, another week we are here giving God thanks. But before I move on, a few weeks I should have done this, right? I have mentioned already someone from the NCB Bank, right? NCB, I'm saying something very good about you. There is Miss Ava Copeland at the King Street branch in Kingston. And I was there a few weeks. And, sometimes some technical things. And Miss Copeland, Copeland, was very, very patient and was very helpful in assisting me in getting this thing done and explain to me. Because, we are going through this time of COVID and, So I was so grateful to Miss Ava Copeland from the NCB Bank, Duke Street in Kingston, right? Big up, Miss Ava. Continue to do the good work that you are doing. I personally see you doing a good thing, and really I appreciate what you have done. Thank you. Keep up the good work. Also, if you are listening, you can log on YouTube, type in Bess FM, Youth Resilience, and of course, you will see all that is happening here. Just type in Bess FM 100, Youth Resilience, and you are good to go. All right. Okay, before I move on again, my guest is there waiting, right? Right. There will be hope you can see this pretty well. Let me put it as close as possible that you can see it. All right. There will be a seminar at the Kingston City Mission Church hosted by Royton Mclaren there. And of course, this seminar come on the youth resilience and speakers such as our guest speaker. You will hear her tonight. You'll hear more about her. People like the Edna Man, the team will be there. There's gentleman I would say move from the gun to the pulpit. That is John F.K. Martin, and others you will hear. Um, Guest panelists, Reverend Art, Brother Desmond White from the Headquarters Church, and $1,000 to log on. So please free to get in touch as you see this flyer here. With get in touch with me at 832-2661. Thank you very much. Good night. With me is a lady. Spent many years in the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Retired as a senior superintendent of police. She's a book writer. She doing a book, or she already wrote a book, and she's also a bodybuilder, right? You'll hear much of her. Former superintendent of police, senior superintendent Smith White. All right, Mrs. White, good night.
Good night, Mr. Mclaren. I retire as a superintendent, not senior.
Oh, superintendent. All right. But you sound like you're just ready to start the work, man. You know, you sound like 25-year-old, man.
Well, I'm keeping young.
Okay.
I plan to, if God's willing, to live to 100.
All right. So I know what you do. You're doing bodybuilding now and such like, right?
Yes.
So you are really gearing for the 100.
Exactly.
Well, any cricketer go there, you know. That thing, one of the aim is to make a century, you know. So not anything bad. You're doing a good job. 100. All right. I'm so happy to have you here with us, Mrs.
Yes, thank
White.
you very much.
And
the listeners.
right. What I would like to ask first, Miss White, was police your first choice?
Yes.
Okay.
Police was my first choice. It is all in my book, Undaunted and Determined.
Okay.
Because I chose police, but my mother wanted me to become a teacher.
Oh.
But I didn't want to be a teacher, so I actually did an interview to be a pre-trained. Those days in the 70s, you could go to going to school before you go to college. So I actually did the interview to become a pre-trained teacher, but I did not take up the position. I went to do the police test. And when I went to do the police test that day, it was I was the only woman who passed, and it was seven men, and one woman, and that one woman was me.
That's great. Even though it's long time, I can still say congratulations. That's supposed to be some history, right? All right. Tell us maybe some of your challenges that you have probably growing up, getting into the force, and how did you, before you talk about the bunk, but just tell us a little bit about your challenges. Growing up, right?
I'll tell you about my child, because when that I wanted to be a teacher. It wasn't that all okie-dory. I just grew up and I wanted to be a teacher. My parents were very poor, very.
Okay.
Very poor, very poor. I remember my mother she went to use get banana trash to stuff. After she used the flour bag, stitch the flour bag together, and she went to use the banana trash and push them in the flour bag to make mattress.
Okay.
Yes, that's where I'm coming from. But I remember at age 13, I was friends with two other girls in class, and one was, well-to-do. So there were two poor ones and one well-to-do, but we were the three bright girls in class.
Okay.
So first, second, and third. And I remember the other girl, her father started farm work. So it was now two well-to-do and one poor. That was me, and they dropped me. And I said to myself from age 13, You two will never be better off than me in this life.
Okay.
Never. So I tell myself from age 13, despite the odds, they were not going to be better than me. So, but I always walk with my head high.
Okay.
So I remember I was doing lesson class, and the teacher, she stood at the top of the class and told me that my mother wasn't paying the lesson money. I knew, but I just threw my head up in the air and I said, I'm a child to myself. I'm a child. I'm not responsible for my parents. And because she didn't stop me from being in the lesson class, I went to class every day. And she would do it over and over because maybe she did it because she and my mother, they went to the same church. So, and she knew my mother. She knew my mother didn't have it. She knew. Because pastor would come into the district and he would go to my aunt's house, which was next door neighbor, and pastor never come to our house. Never.
Okay.
So to show you how poverty-stricken we were. But I was determined when I was a child. Very determined. Very forceful and determined, even from I was a child. And I remember having to walk with my mother, used to go to Coronation Market to sell food produce. And I remember walking with the bag of breadfruit on my head from the field. And this girl walked behind me and was braying like a donkey. You know what that means? I was the donkey. I remember going to school and somebody told my father that girls, my friends were behind me laughing because my shoes, it didn't have any bottom. So I was walking practically on the ground. So when my father came home, he just said, somebody told him that, but sister is what they called me when I was a child. He said, don't mind them. So my father said, let me see the shoes anyway. And when I took the shoes to him, I thought I was going to get a new pair of shoes. You know what he did? He just get a piece of cardboard and just fit it in the shoes and cut it out and the shoes back to me. Brand new shoes to go to school the following day. So that's where I'm coming from. And I'm in no way shy to talk about my childhood or the difficulties that we had as children. I am not embarrassed at all about myself because the fact of the matter is, those days we didn't even know that
Yes.
we were that poor. We didn't even know, you know,
Okay.
because my mother, she was very stern, she was very strict, but she never called us by any derogatory names. And she used to say to us, nobody is better than you.
Okay.
Nobody. Yes. When I went home and I complained to her about the girl walking behind me brain like a donkey, she said, that is the reason why you're going to school, that one day you don't have to do this. That's what she said to me. So, although, and I know that if she was able to pay that school fee, she would have. But she just didn't. But she was always mindful. She wanted us to be better off.
Okay. Wonderful. So what I have listen to you as you speak, right? I really gathered that I would not use the word poor, but though you live in that position, you have that great ambition from a young, I think you said 13 years, right?
From 30, yes.
Right. That ambition, that believe in yourself, believe the parent believe in you, I can and I will move on. And you know,
Yes.
it is great to hear what you have to say because there are some people believe that they are poor and then keep themselves down and you know feel afraid or ashamed of what is going on. But I see we have been so empowered. But that's coming up to the break. After the break, right? I want you
Yes.
to tell us, right? how empowered you are and what really empowered you so much after going up in this life, right? So let's take a short break and we'll be right back.
Welcome to the Youth Resilience and Empowerment Program, aired every Monday night from 7:30 to 8, hosted by Royton Mclaren. This program is geared at cultivating positive homes, schools, and the society, helping our youths, parents, and guardians bounce back from challenges and be empowered, eliminating crime and violence so that Jamaica will be a place of choice to live, work, raise our families, and conduct business. Here's your host, Royton Mclaren.
Welcome one and all. When the Youth Resilience and Empowerment, hosted by Royton Mclaren on Best 100 FM, will be hosting a parenting seminar on July 27 at 5:30 p.m. with the theme Positive Parenting for Future Generation. Special guest, former SSP Oberlin Smith White, and presentation from the gun to the pulpit evangelist, John F.K. Martin. There will be a special performance by the Edna Manley Drama Team. There will also be a panel discussion with Brother Desmond White from the Pentecostal City Mission Church and Reverend Delrose Hart, both Zoom and face-to-face sessions. Tickets are only $1,000. That's the Youth Resilience and Empowerment Parenting Seminar on July 27. Don't miss it.
Welcome to the Youth Resilience and Empowerment Program, aired every Monday night from 7:30 to 8, hosted by Royton Mclaren. This program is geared at cultivating positive homes, schools, and the society, helping our youths, parents, and guardians bounce back from challenges and be empowered, eliminating crime and violence so that Jamaica will be a place of choice to live, work, raise our families, and conduct business. Here's your host, Royton Mclaren.
All right, thank you very much. Welcome back to Youth Resilience and Empowerment on Bess 100 FM and Bess 100.1.3.7.5.9, right? And you can feel free, if you are listening, to go on YouTube, Bess 100 FM, Youth Resilience, and you can find to see what is going on here. All right, I'm so grateful. We are so grateful to have a former superintendent of police, Mrs. White, and she gave us some really strong background here. The way she grew up. Could remember that she was using. I don't know much of you know about the banana trash in the bag to make pillows or something like that, and this is the way she grew, and she's very proud. And they like when people feel good where they are coming from and know where they are going. I think in all what she's saying to us, she know exactly where she wants to go. Her mother know exactly where she wants her daughter to go, and so it doesn't matter the life then. And she's a proud person, end up retire as a superintendent of police, and that was her dream. And all that you have been through. Welcome back, Mrs. White,
Yes, thank you.
former superintendent of police. And we know that all that you have been through, right? So somebody may hear that. I want you to tell us now what you would say to somebody listening, and how can they be empowered and feel good moving on based on your experience.
Okay. Empowerment. Talking about empowerment, becoming stronger, becoming more confident, controlling one's life. and claiming one's rights. And empowerment has to start from childhood. We have to encourage parents to not say derogatory things to their children. You can't come out to nothing. You're not come out to nothing. You're after your workplace super. We have to encourage our children and tell them that they are kings and queens and princes and princesses. We have to parents up because we are the ones who put down our children. We are the ones who are not enabling our children to claim their empowerment in this life. Because we talk about empowerment from other people. Other people must empower us. But what about we empowering ourselves? My challenges didn't just stop at childhood. My challenges took me right into adulthood. My husband died after 1 year of marriage. My house was destroyed by fire. And there are many other challenges, but I keep bouncing back. When I fall, I land on my feet. I don't fall on my back. I land on my feet and I move on. And I think it all came from my childhood because I was resilient during childhood. So you take your childhood into adult life because we expect, you see, we expect that children who are put down, who are told that they are no good, nothing will come of them. We expect that when they became adults, they are just going to snap out of all the negatives that we feed into that person and they are going to become. It doesn't work like that. We have to feed the tree. From the tree start, from into the womb, we have to start feeding positivity into our children. And when we feed positivity into them, hate is an emotion, love is an emotion. If we teach our children love, that is what they will know. But if we teach them hate, that is what they will know. And when we teach our children hate, they may end up hating us too, because that is the we teach them. So in order to empower people, we have to have people around us who are positive, who are going to say positive things to children. Positive all the time. You have the ability to. And we have to encourage people to have relationships with positive people. If you have 4 friends that are negative, you are going to be number 5. If you have 4 friends that are going nowhere, then you are going to be number 5 because we are what we embrace. But if we embrace goodness, we will exhume goodness. That is what will come out of us. But if we put in negatives all the time, that is what is going to come out. So we have to empower each other by the positive, because despite the fact that there are many negatives in the environment, many negatives in the community, there are many. But why do we focus all the time on the negatives? Why not embrace the many positives? God is good. God did not make a bad world. God made a good world. So why say, I am in this wicked world? Why say that?
I totally agree with you, Farmer Soup, because you will see that so many negative things placed on social media and Facebook, right?
Yes.
And sometimes you wonder because people wouldn't see some good things. I'm not saying that people don't say good things, but people look on some negative thing to say and to do and to embrace. Yes, right? So if we can dwell more on the positive.
On the positive, because there are many positives.
Many positive things out there. That is not being highlighted.
But because we are focusing, we have this tendency to say, not now, go on.
Thank you very much.
But many things are happening.
Negative
things are going on.
So many good things are going on. Thank you very much.
Yes, so many things and so many things. We wake up. There are so many people without eyes, without feet, without hands, without so many things. And we may have all our faculty together.
And we complain more than the
to
others,
complain
more
about the
than
things
those
that
who.
we don't have.
Thank
And
you
if
very
we
much.
start to look at those that we have, we recognize how much more we will get. We talk about Jesus and the talent, and the man who buried his one talent, and Jesus took it and gave it to somebody else who had more, because we focus so much, and this is what happened to us, and we talk about the Bible in abstract, although we are Christian people. We talk about, think of it in terms of our general life, living and well-being.
So true.
Because I am 65 years old now, and I am in school. I am in Chulalongkorn University in Thailand, doing a peace and development course. A lot of people would say, but you are old. I am a part of this world until the Lord is ready for me.
But based on what you're saying, you're pretty young because you are heading for 100, and if you're just 65, you have a
Yes,
far way to go. So probably you can go up to the doctorate because you have a far way to go.
people keep saying that to me. So I am thinking about it after I finish this peace and development certificate course.
So I'm quite
I'm
right.
thinking about it. Because life is not one, an opportunity comes for the prepared. When I retire from the JCF, I applied to the International Monetary Fund for a job, and I got it.
Okay.
So I am a consultant, I am a security consultant to the IMF. And I just got a master's degree in 2013. People would say, why are you getting a degree now when you don't retire? Because I retired in 2017. But if I didn't get that degree, I wouldn't be able to get this job. So opportunity comes for the prepared. So we are all, once we are alive, there will be opportunities. We have to just prepare ourselves. We have to empower ourselves.
You said something that is so great, and I really want to repeat it. What you said, a lot of persons, sorry to cut you off, but I just wanted to, if you could emphasize some more on this, not now go on. Because what you are saying to me, no, right? Something is going on with you. And other persons who see opportunity, they are afraid, they have that fear, me too old, me might not pass, and they sit and hold back themselves, and they still want to not now go on. See the point? So, right, go ahead.
This is because of the pressures that we allow society to put on us. Remember, we have this, we talk about, Bob Marley said, emancipate yourself from mental slavery, none but ourselves
can free our mind.
And we sing, but we really don't understand what we are singing. Remember, slavery was abolished, I think it's 107 years ago. And we continue to say it is a long time, but it's not a long time, it's a very short time, because many of the things from slavery, we took it out on ourselves now. So what the slave master did to us, we are doing it to each other. So then, what happened now? During slavery, we weren't eating well, we weren't sleeping well. So by the time you reach age 40, you were old. The slaves, they were old, or for parents. By the time they reached 40, they were old. So the slave master had no intention to more than to replace them. And that is what we knew coming out of slavery. So by the time we are 40, we say we are old. And we can't even recognize that this is the reason, because we hear it so often. Now, though we say we are more educated than the people before us, is what they say to us who live with us. So we have to emancipate ourselves from the mental slavery at all, because it's this mental, what is it? It is so limited in our brain. So because we leave Jamaica, and we go to America, and we vote for Trump, and we vote for Biden. No disrespect to these two gentlemen, I'm just showing you the difference. Okay. We go to America and we vote for these two people who are almost 100 years, and we feel no way about it. But when we are in Jamaica, by the time we reach 40, we say we are old and we're done. And we start old, start getting sick because we feed the brain.
Thank you very much.
Old, so the body starts responding and we get old.
Oh, Mrs. White, I am so sorry that I have to cut you my but everybody asking about my time is too short. Um, I just have 1 minute. Let me say this to you, Miss White. I am so
Yes.
grateful. I'm so grateful. Let me say to our listeners, please, it would next week, Wednesday, be the 27th. And this lady that you are listening to will be the special guest at this seminar, Parenting. And it is all about positive parenting, future generation, right? Come and listen to Mrs. White. You hear of her many experiences, and a consultant now with the IMF is
Yes.
someone to listen to. Mrs. White, I'm so grateful to have you. I definitely going to need you back on this program because the time is very, very short. When I look and see, it's already 30 minutes, right? And I know you have a lot to say because I don't even talk about your book as yet, right?
Yes.
Right. So thank you very much. My time is up, and I really appreciate you. And we are looking forward next week, Wednesday, 5:30. At the Kingston City Mission Church, and those who can't make it can log on. Get in touch with me, 832-2661. And thank you very much. God blessings. Same place,
Okay.
same
Have a
time
good
next week.
evening.
Thank you very, very much. Same place, same time next week. God blessing.
Welcome to the Youth Resilience and Empowerment Program, aired every Monday night from 7:30 to 8, hosted by Royton Mclaren. This program is geared at cultivating positive homes, schools, and the society, helping our youths, parents, and guardians bounce back from challenges and be empowered, eliminating crime and violence
Views,
so that
opinions, and statements which were expressed in the